In polyamory, communication is key. And this is how we're going to break it down. Different communication styles. My name is Jan Domini, the creator of Modern Polyamory, and today I'm here to talk to you about the different communication styles and what they mean. So when people say communication, they don't always mean the same thing. Some people, when they say communication, they might mean daily check-ins. Some people's communication style may just be simple as checking in once a week to see how you're doing. Some people may require lots of space and time to process. Communication styles are different, and understanding what your communication style is the most important thing. And then the second most important thing is to understand how to determine somebody else's communication style to determine if that person and you are truly compatible. So the daily check-in. This person doesn't need a lot of communication, like long texts or anything like that. They just want somebody who is there when they wake up in the morning to say hello and see them off to work and how was your day at the end of the day. And it's just kind of like an everyday thing to check in with a person and see how they're going. This works really great for a long distance relationship, but you can also do this if you're with a nesting partner. It's just something that I really enjoy. Waking up in the morning, how did you sleep? At the end of the day, when we've been apart working and doing separate things, how was your day? Tell me about your day. How was things at work? And did you have a good lunch? The quality over quantity person. This person, they don't want a lot of little one-liners throughout the day. They want to have a time that they have mapped out through the day where they can actually sit and talk to you about life in a long way and process through emotions. This type of person usually has like quality time as their love language, and they don't waste a lot of time with small talk and mundane things. Every communication with them is important. This is also the quality over quantity. This is also really good when you have a new long distance relationship. So you're not really a part of this person's day-to-day yet. How does that look? It looks like when you do connect, you want to share a lot more than, hi, I've been missing you, good morning, how was your day? It's more like, well, it's been like a week since we talked, so I'll tell you about my life, and then here's how I'm feeling about things. And it goes into kind of like, an hour-long conversation, 2-hour-long conversation, sometimes over the phone or whatever. This is more than just textual stuff. It's quality, and it leaves both people feeling seen and heard, and like there was a time commitment involved. So a lot of times this can feel a lot better to somebody, especially if they are the type of person who has an anxious attachment style. So the space enthusiast, this person needs time to think about what they're saying. This person needs time to process their emotions. And they're not going to necessarily always want to come out with communication until they know what to say, until they know what you're saying and they know how they want to react to it. And this could come off as aloof. It could come off as avoidant. It could come off as they don't really want to talk to you, or they don't have any interest in getting to know you. There's a lot of shadow side to the space enthusiast when you're talking about growing closer, needing space in the beginning. It's not necessarily a red flag, but it is one of those things that I think it would be very important to communicate with a partner. If you're getting to know somebody, just say, hey, I'm not really super communicative. I'm really liking you and liking to get to know you, but this isn't a pace that I'm interested in, because it could just be relational mismatch. The planned connector doesn't operate off of no plans. A lot of times you'll see the planned connector communication style with people who have multiple partners. Like I'm saying more than 3 partners. So they have a lot of time that they have to spread out between different partners so that everybody kind of is communicated with and feels seen and heard. And so this person may have more heavy planning involved in the way that they communicate. Like, hey, I haven't talked to you in a couple days. I've been really busy with work. I apologize. Let's set up a time so that we can have a call, a Zoom, or whatever. Or let's go out on a date and just one-on-one, we can have a communication on the date. So this person is going to have to plan their time out, and they're going to be seen in a relationship a lot more if that relationship is planned out and organized and structured. So the real-time responder is going to be responding in real time, but also they are going to respond when they have the spoons to do so. And it could be that a real-time responder is really great at replying to a everyday check-ins good morning message. Or on the flip side, they could be somebody who is very high stress job environment or isn't allowed to use their phone throughout the day. These are things that can be communicated easily to be understood. But in general, the real-time responder isn't someone who's super textually interested in communicating. And they may save all of their communications for a time when they feel like they have more spoons to have the conversation. On the flip side, this can leave people feeling like maybe the person is uninterested in them, or it can bring up a lot of like confusion and questions like, what are they thinking about me? I wish I knew, because they won't tell me and I've been texting them all day and they haven't got back to me. So if you're the type of person who has anxious attachment, or you constantly feel like people are going to leave and abandon you, this kind of person and this type of style of communication may not be a good match for you. And the last style is the over-communicator. This person needs constant reassurance that everything is fine. They need constant reassurance that you are there for them. They need constant communication with you. They want to know where you are. These kinds of people might actually want to follow you on a follow map. It's not like it's a bad form of communication. There are tons of people who enjoy a clingy partner. You'll see a lot more over communicators in monogamy than polyamory, because in polyamory people kind of expect you to be able to divide and compartmentalize your relationships to a point that you wouldn't necessarily need that much reassurance that everything was okay. But in monogamous relationships, the loss of the partner is like the end, and then you have nobody else. And so you can catastrophize every little problem as, so you're going to leave me, I'm going to lose you. And it becomes very, very anxious attachment that is acted out in verbal communication. And if you are this type of person and you have a partner who is sympathetic to these needs and is willing to communicate with you like this, then that's a great partnership and a great match, and you should definitely cultivate your energy on thanking them for helping you with your communication style, and then working on your need for validation a lot less. It's going to help you in a polyamorous lifestyle with jealousy issues that are going to creep up if this is the type of communication style you have. It's likely because you do have a lot more problems with channeling your jealousy properly. So this is the one communication style that I'll say, while it is a normal communication style to have, it does need work. So if you identify with the over-communicator, you might need a little work. So the point is not to find out who's a good communicator and who is a bad communicator. The point is knowing how to understand your style of communication while also understanding what other styles of communication look like, so that you know when you meet somebody new whether they're going to be a good partner for you or not. So which communication style are you? And how does your partner communicate? These are the things that we're going to learn about this week. These are the things that we are going to dissect this week. And hopefully they help you in your future relationships. And I am Jan Domini. I'm a relationship scientist, and I am here to help you. So please like, follow, comment, subscribe, do all the things, push all the buttons, and we will see you next time.